The part E is asking to complete the commission receivable account for the year ended 31st July 2018. See the year end, go and determine the beginning of the year, which is 1st of August 2017. If you are not sure whether it's right or wrong, calculate with your fingers. Ensure that this period, they are 12 months. Then the beginning of the year is correct. Second line tells you to do balancing process. Okay. See. So this question is for 4 marks. You have been given the opening balance. How do I know that this is an opening balance? Observe that there is a balance PD here and is at the beginning of the year. That's the reason this is known as an opening balance. Okay, that means you will not get marked for this 190 because they have written it for you. Okay, now read the question. Sarah's financial year ends on 31st July. Provided the following info. So have the checklist ready always. The opening balance, you have to determine this is CA or CL. The amount you have actually received, because we are looking at an income account here, right? And then the amount that you should receive, which is also known as a transferring process, which is also known as the IS amount. Lastly, the closing balance. If you have not remembered all these elements, ensure that you write them down so that you have a guidance. So first line, August 1st, 2017. This is the opening balance, 190. Have they recorded this for you? Yes. Okay, ensure that they have recorded it correctly. So this is an opening balance. CA or CL, it says outstanding. And income that is outstanding is known as a current asset. Okay, never always come to a quick conclusion that this is a liability whenever you see the word outstanding. It depends on you are whether doing an income account or an expense account. Since this is an income account, income that is outstanding, that means somebody owes us money, that is a current asset. So have they put it correctly? Yes, the 190 is on the debit side. Okay, so 190 is done. Okay, next line. Check received. This is amount actually received. This is the amount you have actually received during the year. Okay, that's not the only amount. If you look at the next line, you also have one more check received, 200. Can you combine these two together? No, cannot, because both of them happen on 2 different dates, respectively. Okay, so the ones in orange, they are known as amount actually received during the year. Received check. So for this, debit bank, because you receive check, right? Debit bank, credit, commission receive account. These are the double entries for the ones in orange. So Justin, observe carefully how I do this. Do you need to open the bank account? The question doesn't ask you to do so, right? So ignore doing the bank account. Credit commission receive, you have that account here, right? So record it. Credit commission receive means go to the commission receive account, credit side, write the number there first. Always write the number there first. So 200 be 190. Okay, have the 190 first. And then the 200. Okay, don't combine them. After that, you write the details. Okay, Justin, you tell me in the chat box what should we write for the details? You try. Bang, correct. You see? When I'm guiding, you can do it correctly. When you are doing alone, you need to be more alert. Okay, more alert, then you can do it. Okay, so right, bang, correct, good. Okay, the dates, copy and paste into the box here. Take note is a different year for the next line, 2018. Okay, done with amount actually received. Okay, so the question did the opening balance for us. We now have finished the amount actually received, and you're now left with one last line. July 1st, 2018. What day is that? That's the last day of the year, which means this is the closing balance. closing balance, is this CA or CL? It says outstanding. So it's an income that is outstanding. That means this is once again CA. For closing balances, always remember, write the balance BD first, then only you move it up as balance CD. Okay, so let's record this accordingly. So very always, what is the missing figure? The missing figure is the one in purple. Okay, the shoot amount has not been given. We have to find it ourselves at the end. Okay, now let's do it. You may draw the lines for the total row first. Okay, so both of you should be marking the question now, okay, when I'm discussing now. So CA, right, the 220, balance BD, then only you move it up as balance CD. Okay, so for closing balances, always remember to write the balance BD first. Okay, now complete the dates. The balance CD's date is the year end, which is July 31st. The balance BD date is the first day of the next year, which is August 1st, 2018. Okay, now where is the missing number? The missing number is about transferring process, right? So you must have all the steps about transferring process in your mind already. First step, see where's the word cash or bank, right? Always on the credit side. And then go to the opposite side, write income statement here. Write it in full. Income statement. And what is the amount? Amount is the shoot amount that you have to find out, right? And then the date is the year end. Make sure you write the date. The dates earn you mark as well. Okay, sorry, the date should be July 31st. Okay, so both of you get me the figure. What is the number that's used to fill up the purple area? Okay, I got a figure. Okay, you let me know. Okay, good, Yuan Yuan. Justin, I wait for you. See if you can get the same number. Good, correct. 420. Okay, this time you are able to determine correctly. Good. Okay, that's it for this question. Okay, that's it for this question. Prepare the rent receive account. Okay, so begin with drawing the T-shape for rent receive. You may have a question in your mind. Should we call this as rent receive account or rent receivable account? Sometimes you see commission receivable account. Sometimes you hear me saying commission receive account, right? In fact, the right way to state the name of the account is this, the word receive, okay, not receivable. Examiners make quite a lot of mistakes in stating the name of this account, okay? So the right name is rent receive account. For commission receive, we call it as commission receive account, not receivable. Okay, so this is rent receive account. The year end is 30th September 20-4. So this is year end. Beginning of the year must be October 1st, 20-3. October 1st, 20-3. Balance the account and show the amount transferred to the income statement. Okay, so they have reminded you to do transferring process as well as balancing process. But we know that we have to do, right? Okay, let me highlight the beginning of the year as well as the year end. Zima financial year ends on 30th September. She sublets part of her premises to Faith at an annual rent of 6600. So 1 year, 1 year's rent is 6600. And the question doesn't tell you when Faith started to rent the premises, right? It doesn't tell you when Faith started to rent the premises, so we assume a full year's rent. That means Faith rented the place for the whole year. Okay, so it means that the 6600 is the should amount, the amount that you should use to do the transferring process. Okay, the 6600 is the should amount. Okay, now we have found one element. Congrats. Okay, who are we in this question? Have to be careful. We are Zima. We are Zima. Okay, look at the requirement, then you would know who you are. We are Zima. We are doing an incomes account here. We collect rent from Faith. Okay, we are doing an income account here. We collect rent from Faith. Okay, on first 20-3, what day is that? Beginning of the year. That means this 1 month's rent, okay, the one in purple, is the opening balance. This is the opening balance. 1 month's rent, that means we have to calculate it ourselves. 6600 over 12. This is the opening balance. You should get an amount of 550. Okay, an amount of 550. So now we have found the second figure, opening balance. We can write this into the account first, the opening balance. Okay, is this CA or CL? It says O, right? An income that is O is very obviously a current asset. Okay, which means balance BD appearing on the debit side. Okay, so right now in the account, 550 here, can see, let me zoom in. And then write balance BD here. And then write the date. All the questions so far, both of you have been doing since the first day you started learning this topic. All these are basic questions, okay? Basic questions. Today, I'm going to show you the higher level questions. I mean, questions with higher level of difficulty. But if you follow my guidance, then you can do them correctly. Okay, so that's opening balance. During the year, now I continue to read. Fifth paid rent 8250. You see the past tense paid, PAID, which means this is the amount we have actually received during the year. Okay, never get tricked by the question after you have observed that they started with the word faith. Okay, many times, even though you're not faith, they may still use the other person's name as the first word. Okay, so we are Zima. You must keep in mind, we are Zima. So we have received a total of 8250 during the year. Okay, so let me label it. I draw an arrow to it. The 8250 is amount we have actually received. Do we know we receive it in the form of cash or check? The question doesn't say. So we use the detail of cash/bank. So debit cash/bank, credit rent receive account. These are the double entries for this 8250. Debit cash/bank, credit rent receive account. Okay, let's record it. Here, write 8250. What should we write for the detail? Not rent receive. Detail is always name of the other account. You write cash/bank here. What about the date? Okay, it says during the year, right? Then what days should we pick? The last possible day to receive the rent is the year end. So you write year end, which is 2014, September 30th. Okay, good, done. Okay, have we finished reading the question? Yes, right. Have we found enough items to complete the account? Yes. We have found the should amount initially. We have found the opening balance. Secondly, we have found the amount actually received. Thirdly. Okay, so now we can include the 6600, the should amount, which is by doing transferring process. Cash/bank on the right, go to the opposite side, write income statement. The amount should be the amount you should receive during the year, the amount that you are entitled to receive during the year, 6600. Year end should be here. If you cannot see any of the word, let me know, especially the dates. Okay. Now, how to find the closing balance? That's the missing figure, right? So missing figure is not always the same element. Okay. Most of the time, missing element is the should amount, but this time the closing balance is the should amount. Sorry, the closing balance is the missing amount. Okay. So to find it, you just have to do balancing process. Draw the lines for the total row. Also ensure that the lines are on the same level. Okay, now balancing process. Very always the credit side is greater. If you cannot visualize it clearly, then you have to use calculator to confirm, okay, as to which side is greater. Total up the credit side, copy to the other side, then you do a deduction. You would get 1100. Balance CD, balance BD here. Must write the word balance in full, okay? Don't write BAL. And here should be the first day of the next year. October 1st. October 1st. Okay, so these are the answers to this question 57. So the B is asking you to prepare a relevant extract. Extract means a part of, not full. Okay, extract means not full, but just a part of. A part of what? Income statement. Okay, so I'm going to use the space at the bottom here. I think I use the one on the right here. Okay, so show an income statement. Just a part of the income statement. So you write along with me. Income statement for the year ended. What is the year end? Yes, been given. Just copy and paste. Once done with the heading, draw the line with a ruler. Are we looking at an income or an expense account? Income, right? Rent received appears as an other income in the income statement. So you write other income. Okay, so the part B and C are usually what would follow what would follow the income or expense account that you have done. Okay, the B and C are very typical questions that follow the accounts that you have done. Okay, then you write rent received here. Okay, now it's your turn to think properly and decide, and then tell me what amount would appear here. Okay, I wait for you in the chat box. Anyone? Okay, Yuan has tried. I wait for Justin. Okay, remember what I said, what amount should be presented in the income statement. Okay, I give you 10 more seconds. Okay, Justin, you try. Yes, correct, 6600. The purpose of doing transferring process is to show the should amount in the income statement. Okay, so 6,600 is the amount that you are entitled to receive for rent received during the year. So show that amount in the income statement. Okay, must always remember, amount shown in the income statement are always the should amount. Okay, now part C. Prepare a relevant extract from Zima's SOFP. Okay, the term balance sheet here means statement of financial position. Remember, on the top you have NCA, CA, then capital, NCL, and CL. So they use the term balance sheet is because this is an older workbook, older accounting workbook. So we replace it with SOFP. You write along with me for part C. Write the heading first. Usually we don't have to write the heading. It's always given in the exam. Okay, but here we have to write. statement of financial position at, okay, draw a line. Okay, now what should we show? You see, from part 2 that you have learned, we know that income statement you prepare for a period of 1 year. Okay, period of 1 year for an income statement. For SOFP, it is presented on a single day. Okay, and here you can see it's presented on which day? 30th September 20-4. What day is that? 30th September 20-4? The year end, correct? The year end. So at the year end means you need to see what is the closing balance. 1100 is the closing balance. That's what you need to show. So is it NCA, CA, capital, NCL, or CL? Which section should you show? Is current liability. Okay, you write the subheading, current liability, must have the subheading. Why? Because the balance BD is on the credit side. Okay, so write current liability. Okay, here you should not write the term rent received alone, because the term rent received alone can only appear in the income statement. To make it a current liability, you have to add some terms. So why would this income be a current liability? Probably you have over received this income. So you write rent received in advance. That's what you should write. Rent received in advance, 1100. Okay, that's how you show. Then only it is known as a current liability. You have another option. You write down another option is you write other payables. Okay, so Justin, I know you have not learned this topic from your school teacher, but when you are learning this topic with your school teacher, your teacher may use this term other payables. Okay, so you have a choice of whether writing it as rent received in advance or you write it as other payable. Okay, so you write down both. Okay, so that you have another option. Okay, you need to be aware of this another option. Okay, when you're done, you let me know. I go through another question with you. Okay, don't worry. This part C is an independent part of question. That means it's not related. It's not related to the part B and A at all. Okay, not related to the part B and A at all. Okay, so I draw a line to separate it out. See, it says prepare the rent received account. I know it's known as rent receivable here, but I read it as rent received. Okay, the correct term to use is rent received, not rent receivable. So prepare the rent received account in the ledger of AMLA. That means we are AMLA. We are AMLA. Year end is this. Congrats. That means beginning of the year must be January 1st, 2016. Next line reminds you to do the balancing process. This question is for 4 marks. This time round is an empty account. So once again, we have to look for the 4 elements, but looking at the question here, you have only been given 2 sentences. Okay, so from this point, we are going to look at questions which phrase the question differently. They give you less information, but you can still complete it. Okay, so this is one of them. Okay, so we start with this. A question. This is a question with a higher level of difficulty, but still not the most difficult yet. Okay, on October 2016, October 1st of 2016. What day is this? Not beginning of the year, not the year end, right? This is halfway through the year. This is the beginning. This is the year end. And the date has been stated here is October 1st, 2016, somewhere here. AMLA decided to sublet part of our premises at an annual rent of 4800. Okay, you see, on this day, AMLA started to rent out the premises. Okay, on this day, starting on this day, AMLA started to rent out the premises. at an annual rent of $4,800. Annual rent means this is the 12 months amount of rent. 12 months amount of rent. Most of the time, I tell you that 12 months is the should amount, right? But this question is not. Reason is, do you think it's logical to say that Amla should receive $4,800 during the year? No, right? Because $4,800 is for the whole year. But when did Amla started to rent out? From this point onward. So from this point, October 1st until the year end, you try to calculate for me how much should Amla receive. You get me a figure and give it in the chat box. The question is, how much should Amla receive during the year? Okay, good, Yuan Yue. Justin, what did you manage to find? Okay, Justin, you see the question. Just now I told you annual rent is $4,800. Annual means 12 months, $4,800. But you give me an answer of 24,000. So 24,000, do you think that's the amount Amla should receive for the rent during the year? Not logical, right? Okay, I show you how to calculate. Amla started to rent out the place from October 1st onward. Okay. And until the year end is a total of 3 months only. October, November, December. But the $4,800 is a 12-month amount. So to find out how much Amla should receive for the rent during the year, you take 4,800 times 3 over 12. You should get a total of $1,200. So this is the should amount for this question. You get what I mean, Justin? Okay, so that's the should amount. We have found one number. Okay, this question, you would not have opening balance. Okay, don't go look for opening balance. Reason is this, because Amla started to rent out that place at the middle of the year. Okay, that means at the beginning of the year, this item, this income doesn't exist. Okay, so don't go look for opening balance. It doesn't exist. Okay, now we need two more numbers, right? We know that opening balance doesn't exist. We have found the should amount. We need to have two more, the closing balance and amount actually received. Okay, next line, it says what? On that date, she received a check for 2 months rent. Okay, both of you tell me how much she has actually received. This is the amount she has actually received. Okay, good, Yuan Yue. Justin, you find me the amount. Yes, correct, 800. Good. This is the amount Amla has actually received. Okay, take note, it says receive a check. So don't write cash slash bank. This is a check. Okay, debit bank, credit this rent receive account. Okay, so we have one missing number, right? The closing balance. we can find it ourselves. Okay, so one number is not needed, the opening balance not needed. Now we record the 800 first, debit bank, credit this account, write 800 here. Then you write the bank. Write the date, on which day you receive. Look at the question, it says what? On that date. On that date, which means we receive this on October 1st. Okay, write October 1st. Choose the correct date. Okay, look carefully, choose the correct date. Okay, next, the shoot amount, which is the transferring process. See where is the word cash or bank. On the credit side, go to the opposite side, write income statement. Then you write $1,200 here. Okay, so not all the time the shoot amount is the 12-month amount. Okay, it depends on the individual questions. Like this one is not 12-month amount. Here you write the year end. Okay, now do balancing process. You can find the closing balance, the missing number. Missing number is the closing balance. Okay, go on and do balancing process. Debit side is greater, right? Total up, copy this total to the other side, do deduction, write it in between, move it down diagonally. Here write the year end. First day of the next year. Okay, like this. Okay, when you're done, you let me know.